there, boys, girls, squirrels. My name is Modstab. Welcome back to Conan Exiles. Now let me get this. Give me my hub back. Give me my hub back. Conan, give me my hub. Conan. 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 Yeah, there we go. We got our hub back. All right. In last episode, we made a tree fort. And now, as I was kind of flying around thinking of what else we could add, I came to the realization I don't want the entirety of everything in this gated colony to be exclusively like fortress, trees, like giant, huge, amazing, expensive homes and temples. I do kind of want there to be a farmhouse. That's right. Today, we are building a farmhouse in our enclosed compound. So what I'm thinking about doing is right here, and I want to use some of the fences and thatch roofs and things like that just to give us a kind of a reasonable idea of what we have going on. So we do have some stuff in our inventory, all right? And we'll probably end up using some of the beehives, the planters, compost piles, and seeds, things like that, just to make things look good. I'm going to go ahead and figure out what kind of structure and shape that I want with my foundations, and I'll be right back for you guys. Alrighty, so I have a bunch of stuff dropped here. Don't worry about that, okay? It's for later. We have a very small house here for a very particular reason. First and foremost, I mean, I don't want this to be, you know, the big old beautiful piece of work, okay? I want it to just be a simple little farmhouse, a couple little entries. There we go, outer face. Look at that. So we're gonna have a couple entries here. It's mostly a squared off foundation. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. So we're a 4x5, so it's slightly rectangular. And we're gonna go ahead and put up some of these guys here as well. Mostly around the doors. Because we want the doors to have windows to them, but we also, I'm thinking, what we can do is on the front side here, we'll have windows there, and then we'll put regular walls to surround this. All right, perfect. All right, and we don't want any walls or anything out that direction either. Let's get this here. Now, what I'm thinking might be kind of cool is if we came in here and made a... I think I put this backwards. That's okay. We can fix that pretty easily. All right. Perfect. Actually... wait a minute. Wait a darn a minute. I don't know. Let me think here. Let me think. Because what I want to do is kind of take this out. There we go. I think... Wait a... Whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you taller, friend? Why are you taller, friend? It doesn't make sense. What did it snap to? Is there something here that I'm not aware of? Alright, alright. Well, let's try to see if we can't snap a ceiling off to like one of these sides. Okay, maybe not. Okay, so what I was hoping to do here was something like this where we came around and then down. I don't know if we're going to be able to do that successfully. Because I would like to have the outer face there. What if we... Let me try something. What if we put a ceiling on top? And then we did something like this. Whoops, wrong way. Yeah, I think that works. I think that works. We can make that work at the least. Alright, not going to be perfect, but it does allow us to get things in the way we want. And what I'm thinking we can do here is just make this into like a little storage zone. I do want to get a door frame here. Alright, so what I'm hoping is that we can use this as a path to get up to the treehouse without, you know, cutting everything off, so leave this all here. I don't want this to be very tall, but I also don't want it to be enclosed either. So what we're going to do is we're going to take some of our thatch roofs, our thatch corners. Here. I think that's how we want it to be, right? Kind of have that bowing inwards, maybe? Yeah, I think that's what we want. Just gonna do some thatch corners. We'll get a couple of them, right? Now, how do I know this is right? Ah, just like that. Okay, now we need one corner here. So what I was hoping to do was take this... Where do we have it? Take this piece here, and what I was hoping to do was bring it back over this door frame right here. Now that corner, I might have to figure out how I want to do that. But I thought it would be really cool to have an intersection. We're going to go ahead and turn this to daylight so we can kind of see what's going on here. So we're back, and I did a lot off camera, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So I ended up actually going with sloped roofs here. Now the reason I didn't put all of this on camera is because I was actually kind of trial and erroring a lot of what I wanted to do here. I really wanted to include something like this on the top where it had like those end caps. But I couldn't find a really good way to do it with the sloped roofs to make the ceiling tall enough and feel livable. So what I did was I just capped it with regular ceilings, and then I went ahead and put the thatch roof on there. Now we're going to get out of fly mode really quickly here. All right. And so on the outside, as of right now, we only have these wooden stairs with basic wooden doors. And we're going to actually go ahead and enter in from the front. So this was actually one of my more honest attempts at doing some interior decorating in Conan. And this is really what I wanted to outline for this portion of the build before we get to the actual farm portion of things. Now if we go into here, we can see we have a nice little rug. We still haven't put anything in this back area because maybe I'm thinking we can use it as like a chest area or something like that. What we do is we have a couple shelves on the wall. We have our bed. We have our foot locker at the bottom. We have a dresser or a cupboard here, which is where we would put our clothes. We have a table that has plates on it. Look at me go. It got some drinking glasses, some iron bowls, some wooden bowls, a candle, some chairs around it. We have another cupboard here. And then over here we have our ale keg. We have a couple pots. We have another shelf with a candle, a fireplace, this long bench for us to sit next to the fireplace. And then we have a cauldron, which is what we would use for like putting water and things like that, or stews and soups and things. So I'm really pleased with how homey this feels and looks. I think it's a really cool little build. And now that that is said and done, and you guys are able to see that interior build, that's something you guys can feel free to be as creative with as you want. Feel free to drop some comments in the comment section down below. Maybe give some links to some of your guys' Instagrams or whatnot as to what you might have done with a build like this in Conan yourself, as that would be really cool. And now this next area, if I am correct, is a fairly new addition to the game. We have the, oh my lordy Lou, we have some stables, friends. Oh, does this have to be, oh my gosh. I think this has to be on a brick. I think this has to be on a foundation, excuse me. So let me see here. Can we, how big does the foundation for it have to be? That is the ultimate question. And is it a foundational piece that I personally can add? I don't know, but we're going to do our darndest here, friends. So we're going to extend this out. We might actually, depending on how crazy big this gets. All right. Oh, good lord. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over here. We might be able to actually make this happen. Where was it? Where were we good at? Okay. Interesting. Interesting. So now I'm not entirely sure how this works. We can put pets in here. Horse plus wheat plus time equals tamed horse, I'm assuming. That's really cool. Either way, we're going to have this beautiful stables here where we're going to have our horsey and we're going to be able to have a pet. That's so cool. Now, it takes up a lot of the area, so my original goals for this might change, but we're going to get rid of that for now. And we're actually going to go ahead and dismantle a lot of this foundation pieces, and I'll be right back. So what I ended up having to do is use wooden foundations. Now, I don't have access to the stable building itself yet, as that is an expansion. So what we're going to do is we're going to stick with these wooden foundations, and we're just going to do our best to make things look as natural as possible with the fences we do have. And I don't think we're going to be able to get to snap very well to the ground. Like, you can see that there's some spots where it really wants to, but for the most part, we're kind of out of luck here. So what I think we're going to have to do is, yeah, we're going to have to try to see if we can't maybe trick it. All right, I don't know if we're going to be able to find a good spot for it. But for now, what I want to do is I want to, at the very least, get some of these beehives set up, okay? So these, for whatever reason, have issues unless they're on very flat terrain. But what I want to do is kind of have these bee hives kind of off in their own little place. And we're going to go like 4 wide because that is how we want to harvest them. We will have our little kind of wine creators down here, and we'll give them a little bit of a, you know, a little bit of a roof foundation, maybe an awning or something like that. Now what we want to do is we want to have some planters up here as well, and we're going to put these to the side. Now I do kind of wish we had like actual like farm land or tillable farm ground. Maybe there is and I'm just not paying close enough attention, but for now we're going to stick with this. We're going to get these as close as we can. Yeah, perfect. All right, so we're going to have a few little farmhand things, and we do need a compost pile. Now, this is where things get a little bit more difficult as far as placement, because you want the compost not to be right next to all your plants and stuff, because that would be just kind of gross. So, we're going to see if we can't maybe put it off over here somewhere. Yeah, me thinks not. Me thinks they don't like. All right. Okay, maybe I have to place it here. Well, we're gonna live the dream. Okay, I should just put the compost on like this huge giant pedestal. All right, let's try to see if we can't drop this guy down. Maybe put it next to the bees. That should be enough, right? Yeah. All right, that's perfect. I can deal with that. I can live with that. Now we're gonna want to put some seeds in these bad boys. So I want to get, not all of them, right? Come on. Isn't shift? There we go. It's supposed to split them. There we go. There we go. There we go. We're going to go ahead and put a couple of these guys in here. And we're going to split each of these. We're going to put one of you here. And then one of you there. Let's go ahead and go here. And I could technically make one for another Alice, but I'm not going to worry about it right now. Let's get this thing back to daylight. Alrighty, so we have a little bit of farmland going on here. Nothing too special, nothing too crazy. I do really wish I could get these things to snap to the land properly. Now, I don't know if there's any way for me to take care of that, but who knows? Maybe we could adjust the pitch a little bit. Ooh, I think we just found our beautiful culprit. Hey! Hey, we did it! Flip yeah! Okay. Bomb. Well, this fence is really low, but it's the only way we can get it to work. Alright, Battle of the Flippin' Derps. Okay. So we have a little bit of an apiary over here. We have some seeds and plants and winery things. This is just going to be the start of a simple house. Now, the reason I didn't go too extravagant here is I do want to add some of like the tamer and things like that. See if we can't get some of these stable-esque features going on here. Not the actual stables that they just added, but like the tamer and whatnot to get our pets able to be tamed. And so we want to be able to add that. So this is about as big as we want to go. We do have a nice little farm here. Now, if you are in the desert, you're going to want to put things in planters. You're going to want to water them yourselves, collect water. We're going to have little bees for apiaries. We're going to have compost pile where we can put just dead stuff in and it'll build up. It'll be great. And you can see that we're already starting to get some beautiful honey. Either way, that's going to do it for today's episode. Thank you guys so much for joining me. As always, remember, liking, commenting, and subscribing are great tools for you to get in touch with me. Let me know what you liked, didn't like, and what you want to see next. Without further ado, I'm going to share my filthy little cakecle, and once again, if you guys have any ideas as far as what you want me to build, maybe we can build like a little staircase climbing up there. Who knows? Let me know in the comment section down below, because I'd love to hear your guys' feedback. With that being said and done, love you guys, and we will see you next time. Toodles.